There are many who desire to be used by God, but few who are willing to walk the path that God requires. When God calls a man or a woman, He does not lead them into comfort, applause, or earthly success. He leads them into brokenness. He leads them through the fire. The chosen ones of God are often the most lonely, the most misunderstood, and the most broken people. Why? Because they do not belong to this world, because they have been set apart. When God calls someone for His purpose, He does not leave them as they are. He sets them apart, separating them from the world, from their own desires, and from anything that would hinder His will. This process is not always comfortable, nor is it always understood by others. Being set apart means being different, and often it means walking a lonely path. But it is a necessary path, because those whom God calls, He also prepares. Throughout Scripture, we see that God does not use people in their natural state. He transforms them, purifies them, and molds them into vessels fit for His work. Consider Abraham. He was living among idol worshippers in Ur when God called him and told him to leave everything behind, to go to a land that God would show him. Abraham did not know where he was going, but he obeyed. He was set apart, and through his obedience, he became the father of many nations. Moses, too, was set apart. He was raised in Pharaoh's palace, but God did not use him while he was living in comfort. Instead, Moses had to be broken and humbled in the wilderness for 40 years before he was ready to lead Israel out of bondage. When God chooses a man or woman for His purpose, He does not allow them to stay where they are. He calls them out, sets them apart, and refines them. The Apostle Paul is another example. He was once Saul, a persecutor of Christians, zealous for his own traditions. But when Jesus appeared to him on the road to Damascus, everything changed. Paul lost his old identity, his old status, and even his sight for a time. He was set apart for something greater, something eternal. But before he could walk in that calling, he had to be stripped of his former ways. Being set apart often means being misunderstood. When God chooses someone, the world will not understand why they live differently, why they no longer pursue the same things, or why they refuse to conform. John 15:19 says, "If you were of the world would love you as its own. But because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you." A chosen one cannot walk the broad path of the world. They must walk the narrow road of obedience, no matter the cost. Many people want to be used by God, but few want to be set apart. Few want to go through the refining process that prepares them for His work. But there is no other way. A heart divided between the world and God cannot fully serve Him. That is why God calls His people to holiness, to separation from sin, and to total surrender. If you feel isolated, if you feel like you do not belong, if you feel like God is stripping things away from you,